Dickie Cavett knows how far back we go. We knew each other way back in New York City. We met each other on 49th Street. Dickie was working for Parr at the time and used to bicycle over to my place to watch movies. Because I had a motion picture theater built that was no place to sleep. I slept in a closet, believe it or not, so I had my theater. That was the most important thing in my life, was showing movies. And little did I know I'd grow up and start making them. With The Projectionist and Comeback Trail and Hard as the Lonely Hunter and all those films that we made in our own movie studio up on 109th and 5th Avenue. It was a great time in New York City. I loved it. I loved the people. I loved Dickie Cavett. I used to keep, whenever Dick guests didn't show up, and I'll never forget, Olivia De Havilland, I think it was, one night didn't show up, and you called me, and I always had a suit ready in a plastic bag in my closet to show up, and I'd walk on stage, I said, who didn't show up? He says, Olivia De Havilland. We have to do 90 minutes. So thank God some singer came in from New Jersey towards the end of it. But we had a lot of fun. I would get up on stage. I'd never know what he was going to say. So he would have his book with him, and he said, Chuck, tell us about that time you were in the department store and the woman came over to you. Do you remember? And I knew he was making it up. And I'd say, oh yeah, that one. And he said, get up and do that for us. But we had a lot of laughs. I mean, that's called standing on your feet and creating. And we did a lot of that nonsense and had a lot of fun. And I emulated Stan Laurel. Stan was like my dad. I couldn't help but love their films. I grew up as a kid. My father used to be in a band, and he took me to see Laurel and Hardy when I was about 6 or 7. And I remember growing up watching them constantly. And what a thrill it was when I found Stan Laurel in the phone book in Santa Monica. And I called him up on the phone, and I said, hello, Mr. Laurel? And he said to me, say, does your mama know you're talking to California? I said, yeah. Where do you live? I said, New York City. Oh, my God. That's a long way away. Well, let me speak to your mama. So my mother got on the phone, and she said, yes, it's all right. I let him do that. He loves you so much. And he became my right arm. He became my son's godfather by proxy. And I mean, I loved him more than any other human being on the planet. He was so wonderful and a great, great man. And it was so wonderful working with James. Would you, Jim McGeorge, Jimmy, I could not stand at this podium had it not been for you. And guys, I mean, you are my partner and my brother, and I love you so much. And we had a ball doing what we did. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. You know, I can already feel the excitement building for our next Hollywood Media Professional Celebrity Showcase.